Warning. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Scared people, Huey. The Black Panthers scared people.
Anytime the black man attempts to change the slave image, he will scare white people. So the Black Panther Party, I thank you. When you said that we scared people, that means that we were creating a positive black image for ourselves.
What it do, family and friends? Welcome back to the Church of Black Power. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you hit that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please click that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. And with that being said, family, today we're going to be speaking about, well, this afternoon, we're going to be speaking about Mayor Eric Adams, the mayor of Gotham City, the mayor who helped establish Gotham City, the mayor who helped establish the criminals in Gotham City. And I say this because I have true disdain for all these mayors of these sanctuary cities. Every single one of them. And Eric Adams, I have disdain for him, but I also, you kind of gotta respect his move, right? When he saw that the Democrats was no longer serving his interests because they wasn't helping him or coming to his aid when he was funding the criminals of Gotham City. So he decides to switch over to the Republicans. Not as a party, but he decides to coon up to Donald Trump, knowing that he was going to become the president because of the black grassroots saying we wasn't voting for the Democratic Party this time around. So everybody who had eyes could see it coming, because we're the reason why the Democratic Party either gets into office or stay out of office. Us, always. So him seeing it coming like a deer in the headlights, he wanted to make sure that he can cover his own ass. But not just that. The DOJ got on his head as soon as he started straying away from, the Democratic talking points. When he start pointing the finger to where the blame belongs, because he wasn't going to take the blame as a black man in the city of Gotham, apparently, he started pointing the finger where the blame belonged. And then Biden's DOJ put a case on him. And I'm be honest with you, every single mayor who participated within these sanctuary cities, within funding, housing, feeding all of these illegal invaders and criminals of Gotham and all other areas like Chicago, like California. We have to understand that all of these people was working against our interests. So what pains me is this new article that I'm about to bring to you, because I feel everyone should be held accountable for creating or helping to create the problem that we was faced with for 4 years. If you didn't speak out about it and continue to speak out about it from the jump to the end, you should be held accountable. Period. I don't care if you buddy up to Trump. I don't care if you do any of that. You should still be held accountable because it was your policies as mayor. The governors need to be held accountable. The DAs need to be held accountable, and the judges need to be held accountable. All people within these states that allowed these illegal invaders to run ramshot. They've been running rapid for a while. And that's because they were allowed to. So when I see this article here, family, oh geez, where'd it go? My bad. Hold on. Give me a second. 1 second. When I see articles like this, family, it infuriates me. Justice Department orders New York Mayor Eric Adams' charges be withdrawn. Eric got exactly what he wanted, and I can't be mad at him on this. I can be. Don't get me wrong. But the hustle, the game, right? You got to play the game the way the game is going to be played, apparently. And he said, well, if I'm going to get, put under a microscope by the party in which I've been sitting here representing for X amount of time, then I might as well throw the party under the bus as well to save my ass. And that's what he did. Self-preservation. I keep saying this. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. Let's get into this article, family. All right. The Justice Department on Monday directed federal prosecutors in New York to drop corrupt charges against New York Mayor Eric Adams, asserting that this case was impeding his ability to aid President Donald Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration. In a memo seen by Reuters to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Manhattan, Acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove, if I got the name wrong, screw it. I believe it's Emil Bove, wrote that the decision had nothing to do with the merits of the case, and that the Justice Department was not questioning the integrity of the prosecutor who brought it, Oh, wow. Let's see here. Let's continue. Instead, he wrote the September 24th indictment brought by federal prosecutor during former President Joe Biden's term interfered with Adams' 2025 mayoral re-election campaign, and that the case was distracting Adams from supporting the federal government on immigration. Family, when have you ever seen the federal government come out and talk about, oh, well, this, person, especially if he's black, especially if he's a Democrat, and it's Republicans running the country at the time. When have you ever seen them say, well, it's hurting his re-election, and he can't help the president with, his promise to, help get these illegals out of here, especially when it is a sanctuary state and city. You've never seen it. So obviously, it worked out well for him. The pending prosecution has unduly restricted Mayor Adams' ability to devote full attention and resources to illegal immigration and violent crimes, wrote Bove. Trump's former personal lawyer and political appointee. So Bove is Trump's personal lawyer? See, when we were saying that Eric Adams was buddying up to Trump so he can make sure he can get those cases tossed, here you go. Here you go. And now they're doing exactly what we said they were going to be doing, which is tossing those cases because he's willing to help Trump with the deportations. That's probably was, Eric Adams' pitch to Trump. He was like, hey, if you toss my cases, I'll help you with deportations. Trump was like, what? He said, if you toss my cases, President Trump, I will help you with deportations. And Trump probably was like, you know what? That sounds great. That sounds magnificent. That sounds like a plan. This is gonna stick a fork in the Democratic Party's butt. They're gonna hate it. They're gonna hate it so much. And I'll make sure that you get the pardon you deserve. And Adams was like, wait a second. No, hold on, Trump. I'm saying, no. I don't even want to be, no. You got to make sure you shut that down, Mr. President. That's why I said, if you give me a pardon, it's not going to be the same as shutting the case down. So if you shut down my cases, I will help you with deportation. And Trump is like, either way, that's great. It's grand. Let's do it. And here we are today. Let's continue. Trump, a Republican, has made stemming the flow of illegal immigration and stepping up deportation centerpieces of his second term in the White House. The directive amounted to an extraordinary intervention by Justice Department officials in high-profile criminal matter brought by prosecutors in the Southern District of New York City, aka Gotham City. An office that has traditionally fiercely guarded its independence from political appointees in Washington, D.C. Well, that ain't working too well now, is it? Okay. Prosecutors have not yet indicated that they plan to drop the case. Court records show on Monday evening, Nicholas Bias, a spokesperson from the Manhattan U.S. Attorney's Office, declined to comment. Adams, a Democrat, in September was hit with a 5-count indictment, charging him with accepting travel perks from Turkish officials and political donations from foreigners in exchange for taking action to benefit Turkey. I don't know how that will work because he's a mayor, and I don't know what actions that he could take to benefit Turkey as a mayor unless it, directly was in his city. I don't see how he can benefit Turkey from just, his office as a mayor in Gotham City. Now, if he was president or he was in, the Congress or something like that, that would be a little bit different. But I'm more interested in finding out what type of stuff was he promising and what kind of stuff were they expecting. But let's continue. He pled not guilty. Adams, 64, has argued that he was unfairly targeted by the Biden administration because he criticized its immigration policies over a surge in migration to New York, the most populous U.S. city. So, no. It wasn't a surge of migration. It was a surge of illegal invasions. See, he still isn't really giving the truth. And if he is, this article, which does come from Reuters, is supposed to be in the middle. The article in itself is not giving the whole truth. But I don't remember him ever calling them illegal. I don't ever. He kept calling it the migrant crisis, the migrant crisis. Even after they hit him with the damn lawsuit, he said the migrant crisis like 3 or 4 times. So no. Anyway, let's go here. Okay. In his memo, Bove wrote that the directive to dismiss the charges was not in exchange for Adams' cooperation, and that's some nonsense. We all know it's some nonsense. Let me go back. Was not in exchange for Adams' cooperation on federal immigration enforcement, but he appeared to endorse Adams' assertion that he was prosecuted for political reasons. Yeah, he was prosecuted for political reasons. However, he was still very involved with the funding, housing, clothing of the criminals within Gotham. And that can't be overlooked. Let's continue. It cannot be ignored that Mayor Eric Adams criticized the prior administration's immigration policies before the charges were filed, Bove wrote. In a statement, Adams' defense attorney, Alex Spiro, said, "As I said from the outset, the mayor is innocent and he would prevail. Today, he has." Now, family, if you want to read the rest of this, you damn sure can. It's not that much more, but that's what I wanted to read, the points I wanted to make. They're acting as if, this isn't in cooperation with Trump, but we all know the damn truth. We're not idiots and we're not stupid. And this is just my personal commentary. I'm not sitting here speaking as a matter of fact. I'm speaking from purely my political perspective. And I kind of feel like you guys feel the same way. But if I'm wrong, please let me know. Do you all believe that Eric Adams and all these other mayors who run these sanctuary cities, as well as these governors who allow these sanctuary cities, do you all believe that if they flip one day, then because they see the trouble coming? Because he does have like friends and stuff in Washington. He does have friends within the political realms. So if it was coming down on him, a lawsuit, an indictment, somebody would have got to him and told him. So it doesn't matter that he switched up before the indictment came. He already knew the indictment was coming. 1, 2, he knew that he had full involvement in it. And they were going to make him the fall guy. But like I said, I can't be mad at him for doing what he did. He did whatever he had to do to stay out of jail, I guess. It's just ignorant as hell to me that anybody would kind of let it go. And I know our sister Brooke out there in New York ain't letting this go at all. And shout out to her. I know that for a fact. But what I also know is I really do feel, but I also know that if you did a crime, you got to do the time. Unless you buddy up and coon up to Trump, apparently. Unless you go be the lapdog. Unless you're behind the scenes talking to certain people, allegedly, talking to certain people saying, hey, you know, let's make this happen so that, you know, we can benefit each other. Let's mutually benefit each other. Yes, that sounds great. Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't really have a good Trump voice, but y'all get the picture. But with that being said, family and friends, that's the news that I wanted to bring to you. I want y'all to let me know in the comment section. Do you believe that Eric Adams should be getting off so easy? Because I truly don't. And with that being said, family, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you haven't done so yet, please hit that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. And with that being said, fam, I'm going to be 100% frank with you. I believe that every person that participated within this illegal invasion need to be held accountable. And nobody should be given any type of just, you know, pardons, no type of leeway. The DOJ shouldn't be coming out saying, hey, shut down this case. I don't believe that. But as a black man, I'm not mad that the black man decided, hey, you know what? This is no longer benefiting me. Let me go ahead and switch up a bit. And then when he saw the indictment coming and then they hit him, he found a way out of it. Okay. My whole thing is this, though. When it comes to the black community in Gotham, that makes it even freaking worse. The rule of law and all this nonsense that this dude talked about. Yeah, Eric Adams. The whole situation about, you know, stop and frisk and all this other stuff. Nah, this man must be held accountable. And trust me when I say, sooner than later, he will be. Because the universe is absolute, especially when you're messing with foundational black Americans. And with that being said, family, the doors of the church are now closed. Peace, fam.
My grandfather built this country, man. He fought wars for it. And most places he went wouldn't let him sit down and get a cup of coffee. I can't even catch a cab in New York. You know, it doesn't matter how many degrees I get. All you people see is color. Your grandfather was an immigrant. You're American. My grandfather was born here, Duke. And you people still look at me as just another nigga.
I know that the government, whatever, can't stand us black people. He doing everything in the world to make black man be extinct. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Us black people going to survive. So fuck everybody. I'm off.